Yes, it's shining. Well, welcome to the humble man cave of the moorland biker. And it was raining earlier on, but the sun's coming out, so I'm going to have to do some lawn mowing. Never mind. This one's a game of two halves. A couple of weeks ago I sold a waterproof jacket to a guy, turned out to be a really nice guy, across in Gwynedd in Wales. And Facebook Marketplace, all this business, scammers, they're responsible for all sorts of problems these days. I wasn't too happy to send it without payment, post it without payment. He wasn't too happy to pay without having received the jacket in the first place. So we decided, he lived in a nice area, so it was a nice day out on the Himalayan. So went out to Bala, rode over the mountain pass, so the bulky gross from Bala over and eventually down to Vyrnwy, cup of coffee in Vyrnwy, then rode back over over another pass, a slightly lower pass, back over to the other end of Bala. I thought I was going to get it all onto one, and initially I did do, but at 46 minutes long I thought, no, let's do it in two. So this is the first episode, if you like. This is from Bala Lake, or Llyns Tegid, shall we say, to over the bulky gross, which is a fantastic little mountain road, and down to Lake Vyrnwy, the reservoir, and my coffee stop. So the other episode will be fairly close behind, so see what you think of this one. Alright, see you later. Well, good morning all. We're out on a bit of a jolly this morning. It's a bit complicated. I've sold a jacket on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy who's bought it lives across in a very nice part of the country, not too far away, and it's an ideal opportunity to have a little run round a couple of lakes that I do enjoy visiting. That's Bala and Vyrnwy, and more importantly the lanes that connect the two. But before that, we're going to call for a cup of coffee, and I suppose I might be tempted to a bacon butty at the Old Stores Cafe near Mould here in North Wales. We crossed the border some miles ago. The Old Stores Cafe. Well, a mug of coffee and a bacon bap, £5. Can't complain of that, can we? Right, we're off across to Bala now. It's, what are we doing, 28 miles across to Bala, so I'll not keep the camera on all the way across there. It's nice roads, but it's the roads that are waiting for us that I'm interested in, so I'll just get through these lovely bends. Liz is really feeling at home on these bends. So I think what I'll do is when we get in the 20 limit, I'll pull in and switch the camera off, and I'll see you in a wee while. Well, you've rejoined me in the pleasant little town of Bala. Just beyond the buildings on the left is Bala Lake, or to give it its Welsh name, which we should do really, is Llyns Tegid, Tegid. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom end of Llyns Tegid and go around the far side, but not very far around the far side, because we're going to turn off for the little mountain pass that is the Bulky Gross. So that's Llyns Tegid out to the left, about 3 3/4 miles long and just half a mile wide is Llyns Tegid. It's not entirely natural. Thomas Telford interfered with things and raised the water level a little bit way back, but even before the water level was raised, it was still the largest expanse of natural fresh water in Wales was Llyns Tegid. It didn't raise the level dramatically, but suffice to say, Telford raised the level. Now, regular viewers might be interested to see they've got the tall screen on today. I have to keep doing it, I have to keep trying just to convince myself I've made the right decision with the little short screen. So what I will say is, for those that know what I'm talking about, fellow riders in other words, yes, the tall screen does keep the wind off me, but it increases the turbulence around me nut, around my head. So I think when I get back I'll put the short screen back on again. I don't know why I keep doing it, I really don't. I've got 3 screens. I've got the little short screen that I normally use, I've got the standard screen which is sort of in between the two, and I've got this wacky great big tall screen that's very narrow at the top. And they're all in the cupboard in the man cave, and I open the cupboard and I see them there. I think, well, it's maybe worth a try again, might be worth a try. No, it isn't. But I can't bring myself to throw it away because it cost me 90 quid. We've turned off the main drag now, the A494, and we're heading for the turn off. It'll take us over the Bulky Gross. It's really not a bad neck of the woods, this. It's really quite pretty. I do love my stone bridges. So we'll turn right up here. This is one of my roads, it really is. And I can't believe how long it took me to discover this road for myself. Most of my time in North Wales has been as a climber within Snowdonia, Ogwen Valley, Llanberis Pass, Tremaddock, down by Portmaddock, places like that. And so far as family holidays and family weekends away are concerned, since the early 70s, we fell in love with the lakes. So every opportunity for us was spent in the lakes, really. And we've not been very fair to North Wales because it is nice and close, easy to get to, and it's flipping pretty. But I was out for a day exploring, really, on me See how there's a wide bit there. Good fella. Thank you. Yeah, I was about it to be 2019, yeah, 2019. I was out on me when I first had me interceptor, just exploring, and I came across this road completely by accident. It was quite a while before my my YouTube days. I was just having a day out, and I came up here, and just a little bit further on from here, and I thought, flipping at this is lovely. And it is, as you get further up, it is a mountain pass, is the Bulky Groes. BWLCHYGROES, Bulky Groes. And you can see the views. I mean, I don't know what that hill is across there. I'm away from the Scottish mountains and hills that I know, to be honest. So what this road should enable me to do is follow it up to the top, up to the Bulky Groes, drop down the other side down to Lake Vyrnwy, or Llyns Tegid and Efyrnwy. Thank you. And I mean, that is a stretch of water I am well familiar with, in actual fact, is Vyrnwy, the reservoir. A little bit of a funny story about the place, but save that when we get there. So yes, we'll have a little run round Lake Vyrnwy, over the dam, across the dam wall, back around the far side, and back over another little mountain pass and back down to Bala, and that will do us. And then once we got that out of the way, then I can nip over and deliver this jacket to the guy that's bought it off me. Even this little run through the valley bottom is it's such a quiet road. I know we've met a couple of vehicles, and one was bigger than I expected, but I don't think this road ever gets truly busy. This little Himalayan across here is perfect for this job. Just sort of bung it in top gear and it just stays there. As long as I don't slow down too much, of course. Now, for the technically minded, I've got my DJI Osmo Action 3 with me today. I'm hoping I've got the sound sorted out. It is an easier camera to use, but one of the things that I really do like about it is its battery life. Go on, young'un. There you go. always steady weather alarms about. Whoa, look at that view. Yes, the battery life on the Osmo 3 is Action 3 is phenomenal compared to the battery life on the original Osmo Action, and it's the same with the Osmo Action 4. I mean, the reason I got the Osmo Action 3 was because it's reduced in price because the Action 4 has come out, so save a few quid, that's what I'm all about. But it seems that DJI are stealing customers off GoPro like there's no tomorrow. And it doesn't surprise me one bit. Just hear horror stories about GoPro owners' cameras freezing up and having to be unplugged and battery taken out and then rebooted, and don't get any of that with these DJI cameras. I could ride these sorts of lanes all day, really could. Now there is a view indicator up at the top, so I'm hoping, because I've not done my homework again, I'm hoping it'll tell me how high we are above sea level at the Bulky Gross, which is not far away now. Here we are. Welcome to the Bulky Gross. Well, I will find out how high we are. I have an idea it's about 600 metres, but I'm not entirely sure. Just a little bit of green laning. Let's try up here. And back down there. That was a nice little exercise. Marvellous view. Right, let's go down to Vyrnwy. This is new ground to me. As we pass into Powys. can see the valley on the right. This is, I would say that this has got to be the valley that drops down to Lake Vyrnwy, or Efyrnwy, Llyns Efyrnwy. Pretty. It is pretty down there on the right. A wee babbling brook. To be honest, I expected more potholes than we've got, because it is a mountain road after all. Oh, I spoke too soon. And there out in front of us is the water of Lake Vyrnwy. The reservoir of Lake Vyrnwy, or, as I say, Llyns Tegid. Lots of rhododendrons about. They'll be in flower very soon. Well, soon enough, shall we say. Such a perishing nuisance though, the rhododendron. Don't belong here. They were brought across from the Himalaya by the Victorians, and the rhododendron just strangles everything else it can get its tentacles round, its tendrils round I should say. And a lot of estates now have started cutting them back and getting rid of them. Very pretty when they're in flower, but oh dear. Let's go round to the right, shall we? Vyrnwy is situated in a lovely wooded valley, and it is actually a fairly sure it's RSPB. It's definitely a nature reserve all the way around the reservoir. Built in the 1880s was the dam wall when that started to hold back the water to create the reservoir, and it was built to create water supply for Liverpool, and the water from here is pipelined underground about 68 miles across to Merseyside. One or two of these, yeah, there's one or two North American redwoods amongst this lot, because it won't be natural forestry around the reservoir, around the lake itself. Lots of it will have been artificially planted to beautify the area, successfully, I'd hasten to add. You know, the steady beat of the exhaust of this Himalayan, or Himalayan as we should call them really, because that's what they call them in India, where they come from, is the steady exhaust beat. It sort of fits with this area. It's relaxed. Lazy beat of the exhaust. know I've mentioned a couple of times this year about my plans for this year. Well, I've got my Scottish trip out the way now, and then in October I think it will be the last of my Spanish trips on two wheels, for a while at least. This will be my fifth trip altogether in October, across to the Iberian Peninsula. I know only too well that there are other areas, other mountainous areas that deserve my attention. Like the main alpine regions. So that'll be 2025, I think, providing I'm spared. Somewhere I've always wanted to have a look at. Which is a feeling that isn't reciprocated by the domestic management. It's Poland, the Tatra Mountains in Poland. I'd love to have a look at them. When I was in the mountain rescue team in Buxton, there was a guy Brian Spencer, who ran walking holidays to the Tatra Mountains, and the photographs that he showed me from his trips. Gotta be done. Gotta be done. And it's fairly obvious the only one I'm going to do it is on my own. They might be artificially planted, but there's some really nice looking trees through here. Supposed to be 25% chance of rain around about now this afternoon, but it's gone a bit grey, but fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. There's the gauging station across the way. Very ornate, as you'd expect with it being built in Victorian times. And there's the dam wall. Across there to the left. See if there's a view of the wall. Oh, there is there, yeah. I'll park up for a few minutes anyway. See you later. Me again. And the sun's still shining. Amazing. This is by way of an outro, just because I hadn't planned to do this in two parts. I'm just explaining what's happening, why this one's come to an end rather abruptly, shall we say. Yeah, it was too long. So, as with all my other videos, if you give it a thumbs up if you liked it, if you found it interesting, enjoyable, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you... I seem to be losing subscribers, but I've heard that YouTube actually unsubscribes people without them asking for it. So It might be worth just checking if you are still subscribed. I don't know, but either way, if you got any comments, let me know. Let me know them, and I'll answer. I always answer. You know that. All right. I'll see you in the next one, episode 2.